Welcome to the Macedon campaign for Et Impera 1.2. In the last part, we pushed into this area here and we finally completed Thrake. So in theory we should be able to start to make this into quite a profitable area. It's still got a bit of negative public order, probably from building and squalors, military presence. Yeah, well, this army can actually move out. I think I want you actually to get down towards this front line because I need to rethink my strategy, and you can just stay here for the moment. That gives this public order. I think actually let's have a quick look at this Dacian cultural influence. That could be useful. Let me just see. The Getae. They're Dacian Thracian. So if I build that, that will give me a diplomatic bonus with Dacian factions. And it's going to give me a bit of Dacian Thracian, Daco-Thracian cultural influence. But it's also going to be cash. From industry, well, for more commerce. Yeah, I think I'm going to give this a go, guys. I mean, it's going to be quite cheap. It's going to cost me a little bit of food, simply because I don't want to go to war up here. I think the best way will be to talk tactics. Let me see, just come in here. Let's look at diplomatic status. You can see at the moment my only real enemies are down here in the Arabian Peninsula, which is Kush. And part of me says I need to get down here and finish this off, but this is very much a desert kingdom, and well, while it's useful because it will provide the gateway to come up through here and get in amongst here for taking Bactria, it will actually cause me a few problems because it just keeps extending my empire, leaving me with all these vulnerable borders. Now, my original plan was to take Egypt, but Egypt actually like us, and they're also allies with Carthage, who come spread out effectively all through here, and I don't particularly want to get into a war with Carthage at the moment. I really feel I need to get my focus into this area here, and more importantly, I think it's time to take on Rome. I mean, Rome is powerful, but they've got lots of enemies. And then later on we can come back and sort out this mess. I mean, I'm getting hostility on each side, but at the same time I really want, because I mean I could take out that area and push the Getae back, but do I really want to do that? I mean, let's just have a quick look. I think this is going to be quite a key decision. They're unfriendly, but they don't really hate us. Rome is going unfriendly. Carthage and Egypt really like us. These guys, Carthage is actually there. Sicily, they don't like us, but they're a client state. These guys really like us. Guys are getting there. Bosphorans, well, they're neutral, and they're fighting Ardan over here. Ardan is, I mean, we could carry some favour with the Bosphorans by actually declaring war on Ardan. And do we actually have a...
Be welcome, but may Athena strike us
all
down.
We've got military access with them. I think what we're going to do is we're going to declare. Actually, no. Is come to Bosphoran Kingdom.
Be welcome. If I can give you a fair answer,
join their war
you will
against Ardan, and we might be able to get a little bit of cash out there. I don't want too much cash. They've accepted.
My people will find much joy in.
That should improve our. Yep, that will make the Bosphoran Kingdom even more friendly. That will also give us a potential ally should the Getae kick off. And who are these guys? Them. I think at the moment I want to concentrate my forces up here to actually attack Rome, but at the moment I've only got 2 armies over here. I've got 1 army over here, which is up to strength, but really I need to get some artillery in this army. Things to think about, things to think about. I think what we're going to do is general here. This is, I think your Macedonian nobility. Of course, that's the other thing I need to think about, is a bit of politics. Macedonian nobility like us quite a lot, although they got a bigot here, and we got 2 guys here with thirst for power, the Thessalonians. Yep, I think if we raise an army here, and I think what we're going to do is a couple of fairly low level. You, where are they? You can have those.
At once.
You can come back this way.
Ready for further orders.
And
we need good fighters.
Some artillery. That will give me a 2nd artillery army. Here, 165. Greek slingers. I should have passed off that Greek slinger as well. Never mind.
Commander.
And you can't do anything. And then this army can sit here and impose public order. This army can come across and actually prepare to our assault on Rome. I'm going to need another army as well. Now I've got 2 armies down here. Oh, we've got an army here, which is a little bit of a waste. They're defending this border, but we never know. Part of me says that I should be contributing with this war, making friends, because if Egypt like us, these armies are a bit pointless. The problem is, I mean, trouble is if I get down here, it's all the attrition. I don't really want these settlements here. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'm going to leave this army here. That's my other army. Right, I've made a decision, guys. What I'm going to do is bring this army back, and because it's going to take us a little while before we can actually declare war on Rome. Armies nearer. I could bring this army back and reshape it. Although I do like the Syrian elephants. War elephants. I think the war elephants might make a difference here. So I think what we're going to do is bring this army back. Then we're going to bring you back and recruit some actual Syrian elephants. It's going to cost a lot of money, but I think having those in the front lines is going to be very, very useful. Actually, no, cancel that. Sorry, guys. I've already got an army with Syrian elephants in. I think this army is going to have to come back, fight Rome. This army is going to have to just stay here and be part of a defensive force here, because I don't want to denude this whole area of forces. So I think if we bring this army back up into here, because this is pretty stable, and I keep 3 armies here, 1 army can come back over, and that will give me 4 armies to actually attack Rome. So it's going to take me a little while to get these forces in position. On my agent into here. So we're going to get you coming into here. I mean, again, to talk tactics, if we're going to attack Rome, there's two ways in. One is across the water here, which is the best way, because then we can push up and get the Italian peninsula, and then what Rome does up here is not important. Well, we can just push out against them, or they will collapse because they're at war with other people. The other way is this way. The problem with this approach is the fact that once the armies come round here, the Romans can push in that way. So really we need to get across the water here and attack that way. Where's that navy I was sending up? Sending my navy up. I'll get you up to Polonia. I do need to get an agent across into here. Oh. Do I have veterans up here? Yeah, veteran here. I have to detach you. Shouldn't have moved you. I think you're going to have to come over and spy out the ground here. Now, there's not much I can do until I get 4 armies up here. Right, diplomacy.
Speak your terms.
We've got here military access, but we can cancel that.
Rome's
might. It's going to aggravate them even more. And I think I'm going to leave the non-aggression for 1 turn. Because if you knock off too many treaties at one go, you can actually cause problems. Yep, I think that might be the way forward. And I think, yeah, I think we'll definitely give this a go, guys. And that may actually help us improve relations with the Getae. I just don't want to get into a war with the Getae. Yeah, I mean, we got 10 turns before we can officially go to war to Rome because of those treaties. So I think I don't want to spend too much money on forces. I want to keep building up this area here. Batia, you're okay. Got a public order issue, great. I suppose I could bring this army over. Actually, we could take this up in the Batia. Keep you nice and solid. Epidemius probably do with taking this up, actually. Public order, yeah, the public order is a little bit weak. We're going to have an army here. Glacier and Cappadocia. Yeah, well. That's the reason why I'm going to need to keep that army stationed there. I'll have to take that up, actually. Really push my empire maintenance and make this into a powerhouse. I think we're going to do that, guys. I think we can deal with the other public order issues. So it's going to go for an intern. Right, we've got an attrition report. And we got another child. And we declared war. Bactria, yeah, that's okay. Population surplus in Asia. That's great. So, and that. Got. I'm kind of inclined to go this way because that's going to improve my empire maintenance. Public order, don't really need growth. Public order, sanitation. Come from farming. Not much income from farming it. Yeah, I think we will go that way. Right. I need this army. Start this way. Public order is falling here. So we're going to need push this up a little bit. Some cheaper units. Don't really want to spend a lot on. Actually, if I put you into.
Any man who drops out is left behind.
I think I can just sit with this army at the moment. With this, rather than actually spend the money, I think. The army I want to back, it's going to take a very long time for this army to move back.
Destination reached. March until your feet bleed.
Right.
March some more.
Right, you guys have got a little bit of public order. You're looking good. Looking good. 32. I think this is nice and solid, so we'll keep this army here. Got the siege army that's this army here, and we got my other. I think we're just going to pull you back to. I know it's a waste, but I think actually this area is pretty solid. Bit of a mistake there, guys. I think we're gonna move you up into this area, and then you can move up to about here. Actually, no, you stay here, because these guys are close, and I don't want any of you suddenly deciding to get out of off the top of your head to actually do anything. Right, it looks like the Egyptians have started to cross the wall. Oh no, they're still stood down here doing nothing, being idiots, which means they're probably going to detract from my food. But the public order is still really, really strong here, which is great, and I don't think there's much else I can do. Let's just keep pushing here, so all my public order is good. Thrake, we'll build that up. Actually, I think what we'll do is a little bit of diplomacy. Characters. My family tree is here. Again, we've got these traits, but there's nothing as such that. Again, they can't impose thing. I think maybe we're a bit more cunning. Don't really want to give you gravitas and authority. Public order, evil mother-in-law. Okay, all ships. There's nothing that's really faction wide. Chance, okay. Row. I think we'll just give you a +1 authority. Right, I think what I want to do is actually see if we can make friends with Gete. I think we'll send. I'll send you there. Just to kind of try and build up our diplomatic relations with these. As I say, I don't really want to go to war with them unless I have to. My inclination is to push this up. If I keep pushing these up, that's going to give me more wealth. More importantly, it's going to reduce my empire maintenance. It's going to give you more research. And
you can call me
push this agent through.
Moving unseen.
But it looks very much like the Romans are fairly exposed on this flank.
Swift and silent as
So
a shadow.
I could punch through there. And get you in the water. And of course, one of the problems with attacking over here is actually getting ashore. Here we are, you can see. See if we can actually. I mean, it's always difficult to get in ashore here.
It is an honor to
I
serve.
think recruit here, nothing much. I mean, I don't really want to get out and dominate this front unless I have to. I think a bit worried about these guys may suddenly take it into their head to actually attack us. I think we can advance and patrol. I've spent all my money for this turn. What you guys is go for an end turn. Doris has got some.
How can I be of assistance?
Oh, I could really do with you somewhere else actually. I don't need you to spy on Egypt anymore. I've forgotten all about you. Actually, I think I'm going to do what we got here: province, public order, cultural conversion, +1 cunning, self-defense. Yep. I think what we're going to do is bring you up this way. See if we can attach you to this army, and you can come across as a unit. I think 2 agents up here operating against the Romans would be quite useful. Just going to go for another end turn, guys. Right. Development focus. I think we will stay on civil. Consequence, your diplomat has betrayed you. Technology research penalty. Great. Increase in rank. That do. Get a. So I had no change whatsoever. Great. Sometimes the diplomatic actions in this game really annoy me. Just gonna bring you down into this peninsula. I don't think I need to know anything at all about what's going on up here.
How can I be of assistance?
I think we're just gonna drop you in here.
Ready for orders. Ready for battle.
Should have moved you. A bit of a fail, but we're in no rush, guys. There's no point worrying too much about it. A little bit worried about the Getae hanging around here. So I think we're going to have to, of course it's winter.
At your command.
You cross to here.
Your next command. Any man.
That gives me 1, 2, 3. It gives me 4 armies. I think what we're going to have to do, guys, is we're going to have to build this army up a little bit. So 229, 78, you're 284, you're 302, you're elite guard. I think we're.
Are you ready to serve?
Let's give these guys. I think if I get this army up to about the size of 10, he will have a bigger impact on the public order here, and he will also kind of make things a bit stronger. Right, where's my agents? We need to get the agents working quite hard. Actually, you can get over by yourself.
How can I be of
I
assistance?
think we'll get you up and have a look. See here.
Softly.
So it looks like most of the Roman armies, well, we've got a couple of legions over here, but they're not full strength, so obviously the main Roman strength is up here or down here. That could be useful. We might be able to mount a blitzkrieg on them, send an army and a navy across to here and an army north, because it'd be nice to actually consolidate this province by taking here, then pushing up through here. But we'll have the Getae at our back. I think I might just keep pushing up this temple here, I think, because there's no real downside to this. We're building up slowly. Macedonia's got problems again. Apollonia should eventually get to a point here. Larissa. There we gain the negative public order. Despite our fact that we got probably due to winter, yep. We could really do, I mean, wow, you've got so much sanitation, public order, -4 food. Don't really want to drain too much out of the food. I think we'll go with that, as that will push up a few things. Quick flip through. Could take food up here. You've got reasonable public order, and could improve the food here. How's the squalor? Squalor 4. Only got 2. I think maybe that's not that urgent at the moment. I think what we might do is go the food cache route here with storage. And I'm aware that this is probably a little bit boring, guys, because obviously we got to move the tactics over. But I think what we're going to have to do is prepare for the war against Rome. And I think what we're going to have to do is take the chance and cancel the non-aggression. Keep the trade. Because I think you can break a trade agreement in less time than a non-aggression. And I think we're going to go one more turn, guys, and then that's going to be it. Got somebody here. Guys, go. Got melee for elephant units, which is going to be a fat lot of good. Right, I think come up here and cultural conversion. All factions. I think we work on that. I think I need to get my Diplo reputation up and running. And so one more turn, guys, and then that's going to be it for this part. What I will probably do is play off camera. Right, guys, we got a thing built here, and this area here. We've got encouraged population in Thrake. Got a little bit of our income is falling, but that's understandable.
Commander.
I think what we're going to do is bring this army over here as a reminder to the Getae that we are here in force. I think probably going to punch up. Got here. Got a couple of Tarantines. Kind of don't want to spend a lot on household expands. Okay. Right, let's do the essentials. This is the army that I
Ready for battle.
move. Right, I think what we'll do is I don't want the Suclid usurpers. Can pull back out here. And I'm always a bit worried when the AI kind of wanders in like this, whether they're actually planning on attack.
Waiting for more orders.
So, well, it says they're -10 neutral. Maybe we could do a little bit of diplomacy on these guys. Weren't particularly that good last time, were you? see if you can actually improve a little bit, these guys. Because I just don't really want to fight a war here at the moment unless I have to. And we've got these defending here. Got the small navy defending here. My admiral. I'm going to give you knight commander. Anything else here? Can't really give you this. Public order. Wealth. 10% wealth. Public. I think that could be quite useful. That will give us a combination of a little bit of morale and benefits to the actual region. I mean, Bush is doing quite well down here actually. Fighting. The Egyptians don't seem to want to do anything. It's almost like they got down here. They can't now make up their mind on how to get across an attack.
I am the champion of
You're
the
still
gods.
being round.
We hunger for battle.
Advance.
Gonna just stand in front of these guys and say, "Go away! I don't want you here."
What do you wish of me? The people need
These
the
guys
wisdom
weren't
of
deployed.
gods.
That was a bit of a fail. Have a quick check, make sure I've got everybody deployed that should be deployed.
Brought me to you.
Yeah, I forgot to deploy you as well. Okay,
I will make an offering to Athena.
bit definitely a fail.
How can I serve the people? How can I serve the people?
Here, we're moving
My skills
up here.
are yours.
I think we're not too worried about Noria. I am interested in. Oh, okay.
Someone
Rome is coming this way. That could be an issue. How big are these armies? 15 and 17. One's got artillery.
At your command.
I think
On the move.
we're going to need to get this army. What we're going to have to do is move this army up to here.
We hunger
And then this army is going to have to move over there. 'Cause it looks like Rome. I mean, in some ways, it won't be too bad a thing if Rome actually decides to declare war on us.
ready for
could-
orders.
Bring the faction leader. Actually, I think I'm going to move faction leader to about there.
March.
Ready for further orders.
And I think
We hunger
we
for
might as
battle.
well start to build him up as well. We've got a little bit of cash.
It is a great and glorious thing to
I mean, it's
serve your
going to
people.
be expensive, but I think it's going to be a necessity. And can't build that up, so. Because his job is going to be to drop into settlements and defend them, should they be needed.
Commander.
And with a strong front line, it'll be okay. Right guys, I think this is where I'm going to call it for this part, because obviously it's going to involve a lot of moving armies around, getting them up in the correct position. Hopefully Rome may declare war on us, therefore that means we won't take the diplomatic penalty. We will be the, how can you say, the aggrieved party. And hopefully this area will stay nice and stable, because I don't really want to get into any form of war at the moment over here. I'm quite happy for this to keep bumbling along on its own. I don't really want to get down here and fight the desert. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. Obviously, if anything kicks off, that's when the recording will pick up. Otherwise, I will play through to the point where I'm probably ready to attack Rome. So, until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.